Elon with Tesla. You know, this AI day, I was expecting more with Neuralink in monkeys, but I had to go ahead and buy another share this morning because many of the headlines are highly focused around this robot. But where the real fascination comes for me is in the actual Dojo project, the machine learning computer that they are building out. Now, before I kind of react to what Tesla or Elon had to specifically say about this robot, what they're going to be doing with it, and I'm going to offer some highlights as well. I want you to bear with me because I know this is insanely technical. I don't understand half the crap they're talking about, but I got enough to summarize and kind of understand what's going on. So just take a quick listen. And again, it's technical. I know. Just listen to this couple minutes because this is where the real golden nugget of value, in my opinion, lies.
What this is a 64-bit superscalar CPU optimized around matrix multiply units and vector SIMD. It supports floating point 32, bfloat 16, and a new format, CFP8, configurable FP8. And it is backed by 1.25 megabyte of fast ECC-protected SRAM. This is the D1 chip in a flip chip BGA package. This was entirely designed by Tesla team internally, all the way from the architecture to GDS out and package. This chip is like a GPU-level compute with a CPU-level flexibility and twice the network chip-level I/O bandwidth. If I were to plot the I/O bandwidth on the vertical scale versus teraflops of compute that is available in the state-of-the-art machine learning chips out there, including some of the startups, you can easily see why our design point excels.
So this is what most people, I think, were broadly overlooking. I haven't read this in any article that's been released. People looking for clickbait headlines, etc. But people don't understand that Tesla's completely vertically integrated a brand new chip that has a way higher compute power than currently what you can buy on the market. And this is going to give them the ability to rapidly scale the computer, which we'll see in this little segment right here.
Now that we had this fundamental physical building block, how to design the system around it? Let's see. Since D1 chips can seamlessly connect without any glue to each other, we just started putting them together. We just put 500,000 training nodes together to form our compute plane.
So I love his attitude here. I noticed that a lot of the technical engineers, these computer builders, like they have this kind of like cocky, like super excited vibe behind them because they know they're working on the forefront of technology that is just uncomparable to anything currently available on the market. So this is primarily what they're going to be building these computers out of. Now they get way more technical into the further expansion of these things that they plan on having online for Project Dojo next year. But when you're building the most powerful AI machine learning bot in the world, what do you do with it? Well, you build robots, you start Skynet, you become the Terminator. And this is now Elon Musk kind of commenting in the best highlighted segment right when they released the robot. And many of you may have seen some of these clips, but we'll watch through the next few minutes and then we'll react to some, points about it.
So Dojo is real. The Tesla bot will be real. But basically, if you think about what we're doing right now with the cars, Tesla is arguably the world's biggest robotics company because our cars are like semi-sentient robots on wheels. And with the full self-driving computer, essentially the inference engine on the car, which will keep evolving, obviously, and Dojo, and all the neural nets recognizing the world, understanding how to navigate through the world, it kind of makes sense to put that onto a humanoid form. And we're also quite good at sensors and batteries and actuators. So we think we'll probably have a prototype sometime next year that basically looks like this. And it's intended to be friendly, of course, and navigate through a world built for humans and eliminate dangerous, repetitive, and boring tasks. We're setting it such that it is at a mechanical level, at a physical level, you can run away from it. And most likely overpower it. So hopefully that doesn't ever happen, but you never know. So it'll be a light, yeah, anyway, 5 miles an hour. If you can run faster than that, you'll be fine. So yeah, it's around 5'8". Has sort of a screen where the head is for useful information, but it's otherwise basically got the autopilot system in it. So it's got cameras, got 8 cameras, and full self-driving computer, and making use of all of the same tools that we use in the car. So, things that I think that are really hard about having a useful humanoid robot is, can it navigate through the world without being explicitly trained? Without explicit, line-by-line instructions. Can you talk to it and say, please pick up that bolt and attach it to the car with that wrench, and it should be able to do that. It should be able to, please go to the store and get me the following groceries, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think we can do that.
So, Tesla is basically becoming every robot AI movie you've ever watched in your life, and I can name like half a dozen. It kind of really reminisced to me. What was the one with Will Smith? Not I Am Legend. That was I Am Robot. A lot of I Ams with Will Smith there. But what I find most incredible about this is they basically just destroyed Dynatech's business. I mean, we've all seen those robots that are doing like the gymnastics and the little dog bot they're pushing around. So clearly, because Tesla's so advanced on, like you said, building actuators, these parts, and now that they basically have the most powerful machine learning computer that could really advance and scale this stuff, why not just make a robot that does the remedial tasks? And he mentioned something down the line here that I did not show, but he talks about basically the movement towards something that I'm noticing has died down in politics more lately, but that is universal basic income, because he thinks that there's going to be an inflection point somewhere down in the future where most work is going to be purely replaced by bots, and we're seeing this broadly already, right? So it'll give people more freedom and time to basically do what they love doing, chill, take it easy, work on art stuff, build for their projects. So like I said, I was just not anticipating something like this by any level whatsoever. So it's going to be neat to see when this thing actually comes online. I picture like this really stupid robot when it first comes out, kind of like the first version of like Tesla self-driving. So watching this innovate over time is fascinating. And speaking more from the stock level, because yeah, I picked up some more shares this morning here, folks. Like I said, I bought just one share at whatever the current price was at, what was it, like 687 or something like that. I got a total of 21 Tesla shares at this point. And I'm, like I said, this is going to be one hell of a story to follow. I've been watching the forums, and people are either completely bearish on the stock price, or they're like the biggest bull ever, like I am, right? And especially with Michael Burry and all this stuff going on. And honestly, guys, I can see why the stock price is insanely overvalued. 100% agree, but this is just one of those things where it could drop in half at any time. But this is the future, folks, on so many fronts. I was even looking at Bitcoin today, and I was like, I keep forgetting that Tesla owns a crap ton of Bitcoin too. And you're like, damn, is there anything this company is not doing? But at this point, I want to pass the question off to you. What do you guys think about this unbelievable release at II Day? And it is technical, but I encourage everybody to sit down, try and get through it and comprehend what they can, because the first half was insanely technical with self-driving and building into this bot or the machine learning dojo itself. But all of this led up to this robot. So with Lenovis, stay cool, stay awesome, and I'll catch you tomorrow.